Hello again, and welcome back to Nerdy Girl Travels. So, recently I actually took a trip. This is my first time traveling since the lockdown, which began in March. I went to Phoenix to handle some business. And let me just say, even though Hartsfield Jackson in Atlanta was nowhere near as busy as I've seen it in the past, it was still pretty dang on busy. Um, I definitely took advantage, though, of course, of being able to socially distance as much as I could. Because, listen, getting in the TSA line, people were not social distancing. Like, people were literally stacked up on top of each other going through TSA, which made no sense to me. But whatever. Like, I did what I could to keep my distance from people. I didn't get on the tram because it was just too much people and people did not respect distance at all. So I walked and my flight was leaving out of Terminal A. So it wasn't really that long of a walk. It was probably maybe ten minutes or so, if that, coming from TSA. So got a chance to see some of this beautiful art that you're seeing in this at this point in the video. And made it through. I mean, it was really nice because I literally can't remember the last time I walked instead of took the tram. So that was actually really nice to see some of this stuff out. I don't know how much of it is new, how much of it is old. I know the John Lewis section was brand new, at least since I've been, traveling. But yeah, so walked through, got to my gate. Again, social distancing, be damned. People were just all on top of each other. But Hartsfield Jackson tried their best to like separate seats and things like that. Flew Delta. Delta boarded from back to front after they do like priority boarding and all that stuff, which to me kind of defeats the purpose, but whatever. They boarded from back to front. So you would come in contact with the least amount of people. And on both legs of my flight, I was sitting in row 30 and above, which is awesome because originally I was in row like 20 or something like that. So definitely appreciate that. They on the flight out of Atlanta, they said that they didn't have any hand sanitizer wipes or anything like that, and we had to wait. And I was like, well, what's the point of me going to my seat and y'all taking 20 million years to board us if we couldn't get the hand sanitizer and all that stuff getting on the plane? Like, but whatever. Flight was smooth. Again, middle seats were blocked, so you didn't really bump into anyone. Um, when it came to deboarding the plane, they asked that you wait until the row in front of you gets up, gets their stuff, and goes before you get up. Of course, did everyone listen to that? Not so much. Actually, going to Phoenix, more people listened than landing back in Atlanta, which was just a hot mess express. But we'll get to that in a moment. So, was able to take a Uber or Lyft. You have to wear a mask if you're going to get an Uber or a Lyft, and they will definitely report you if you don't. But I had my mask on, of course, because ain't nobody trying to catch nothing out here. So Uber, Lyft, I think I took Lyft. Pretty smooth, not too many issues. Got to my hotel, again, not too many issues. Checking in, they were keeping social distance. It was a Hilton, a Point Hilton, one of those types of places. It was a resort, actually. So there was some things were a little different, as you can see through this room tour. Not exactly your standard hotel room, but definitely decent. The one thing I will say, and I don't know how many different organizations are doing this, but they did not provide room service and they didn't provide housekeeping. If you needed housekeeping or you wanted them to come out and change your sheets or your towels or whatever, you actually had to request that. But otherwise they were not coming to your room throughout the duration of your stay. As far as room service, I don't order room service because who am I? But one of my colleagues did mention that when they called room service, basically all they did was give them some coupons for the local, like some places local for them to get food delivered from outside of the hotel/resort. So I don't know if that was like something maybe they just didn't like him or if that's just how they were operating. But please be wary if you are planning to travel, whether for work or leisure, that is something that you might come up against, is that you may not get housekeeping, you may not get room service. So just kind of keep that in mind. Throughout the week that I was in Phoenix, everyone kind of did their part. Everyone had their masks on. Everywhere you went, they had, signage and things to keep your distance and what have you. So it wasn't bad. Again, leaving out of Phoenix, coming back into Atlanta, that is where things were just crazy. Again, social distancing be damned. People were just all over each other. Delta definitely put out some reminders. Excuse me, you need to have your mask on. But that was really the only thing. Like, I've heard other people fly on Delta saying that Delta wanted you to um, like pre-screen and like do temperature checks and all that. I didn't have that experience. The only thing that Delta did was say to make sure you keep your mask on and try to distance yourself from people. So that is what we did. I had an N95 mask, and so that's what I wore because, again, people were coughing and sneezing and carrying on, and I just, yeah, not trying to have it. So they do, again, give you like your hand sanitizer pack and all of that. They don't do regular aisle service, food service, whatever. You just get a little baggie with some water, another hand sanitizer, napkin, the little biscotti cookies, and a thing of like Cheez-Its or whatever. But so far, so good. And I mean, I've been home for a week and a half now, and everything's good so far. So all in all, not too bad of an experience. But thank you guys for tuning in, checking in. I definitely want to make sure I shared that experience with you guys. If you have any questions about travel or anything, definitely leave that in the comments below. If you've been traveling during the lockdown for work or leisure, definitely leave your experiences below as well, or link videos that you've posted, because we're all about sharing and caring here. But thanks again for checking in, and I will catch you all on the next one.